Hey everybody, I am going to, in this brief video, tell you about electronic cigarettes. You may have heard of them, they're growing immensely in popularity, so just hang around for a couple minutes and you'll learn a lot about them in a short amount of time. So, to start, what are e-cigarettes? Well, e-cigarettes are electronic cigarettes. They're also known as e-cigs or vapor cigarettes, smokeless cigarettes, or electronic cigarettes. And they give the user all the familiar sensations of smoking without the harmful side effects. And why is that? Well, and how do they work? Well, the reason that is because e-cigs produce vapor smoke instead of actual tobacco smoke. There is a number of components in the e-cig that heats up and evaporates a liquid that contains the nicotine, right? But it doesn't contain any of the tobacco, it doesn't contain any of the other carcinogens, and any of the other poisons, to speak candidly, of traditional cigarettes. So you're not inhaling smoke, rather you're inhaling vapor that has different strengths of nicotine. So there's cartridges that hold the liquid. Of course, there's a tip where you inhale. There's the cartridge that holds the liquid that has the mix of flavors and nicotine. And there's a vaporizing chamber where the liquid is heated up and is vaporized. There's the battery on the front end that powers the whole thing. The batteries are either rechargeable, or if it's a disposable e-cig, you throw it out when you're done with it. And then, of course, there's an indicator light to kind of replicate the sensation of smoking, and as you drag in, it lights up, etc. But again, the liquids are available in different strengths of nicotine. So if you like a strong nicotine sensation, you can get that. If you want something in perhaps menthol, you can get the menthols. If you want a little bit lighter or no nicotine, you can smoke the vapor and just have the smoking sensation without the nicotine. There's a variety of flavors available. So how does it compare to smoking tobacco cigarettes? Well, there's a couple main things that you want to learn about. First of all, it's far less irritating to your throat because the smoke isn't really smoke, it's majority water vapor. Next, it's essentially odorless, so that means no smoke smell in your hair, on your clothes, on your buddy's clothes, in your car. It's, again, effectively odorless. And the best e-cigs that are out there, they give you that familiar look and feel to smoking a cigarette, because it's a habit that a lot of people are accustomed to. Even if they want to quit, sometimes they don't want to chew gum or put a patch on their arm because they're used to taking smoke breaks, going outside. It relaxes them, whatever the case is. So you have this e-cigarette that's shaped like a cigarette, built like a cigarette. Some of them even feel more like cigarettes. And you drag it just like a cigarette. And then you get the sensation of the nicotine, because again, you are smoking nicotine, but it's vapor instead of smoke and tobacco. And again, because of all this, you can enjoy smoking these e-cigarettes in many places where tobacco cigarettes are outlawed. Because again, you're not passing around that bad smell, and you're not exposing people to dangerous secondhand smoke. As far as cost is considered, here's a big bonus for e-cigarettes, as if the health bonuses weren't enough. It's actually much cheaper than smoking traditional cigarettes. Due to the health risks associated with cigarettes, there's tons of taxes imposed upon them. Now, e-cigarettes, you can get the equivalent of, say, 250 cigarettes for less than $20. It's entirely possible. You can buy a single e-cigarette that is, the equivalent of 50-plus cigarettes that'll last that long for, I don't know what the cost, maybe like $8, depending where you shop around. But you can definitely get some good deals. In fact, I'm going to show you a link in a second here where you can get a really, really good deals on e-cigarettes. But yeah, to recap, again, I told you this is a quick recap. Electronic cigarettes use electricity to vaporize liquids infused with nicotine and flavor. They're much safer than tobacco cigarettes because they don't have the carcinogens, they don't have the tobacco, they don't, etc. They don't wreak havoc of the tar upon your lungs, but it gives you the similar feel, both in the sensation of of smoking and in the, the nicotine buzz, right? And then ultimately, they're a lot cheaper than smoking tobacco cigarettes. So these things are huge. This is 2013. I don't know when you're watching this. They just started to come into prominence in, say, late 2012 as far as people starting to adopt them and use them. And now in 2013, I mean, they're popping up everywhere. You've probably seen them at your convenience store. You may even have friends that are smoking them. If you don't, you're going to. And if you're a smoker listening to this, you absolutely should try e-cigarettes. It's much better for your health and much better for your pocketbook. And if you're interested in trying these out, actually, well, here's a link, but I'll put it in the description below the video, where you can try, try great e-cigarettes. It's a great sales page. It's a brand called Cigavet. It's one of the top brands out there for cigarettes, and they have a page where they have a bunch of sales. So go to cigavet.com. That's cigavet.com/e-cigarette-sale, and you can save up to 50% for a limited time. I know their deals swap out, but at the recording as of this, you can save up to 50%. So go there today, check it out. You should definitely try them out. It's good for your health. It's good for your pocketbook. I hope this has been helpful in just educating you a little bit to e-cigarettes. Again, check out the link below the video and give it a try. Hopefully you can, continue enjoying smoking without all the danger.